All right. So in our last session, we had seen till the slicer visual. Let's start with the table visualization today. Now, the table visual will give you um, a normal table view with the summarized receipts here. So same way that we see the tables here in the data view, yeah, the same way we can do it here. We can decide what all dimensions and what all columns, dimensions and measures we need in the table visual. Yeah. So let's say I will have country, segment, and product, and let's have units sold and gross sales. Okay. So if you see here, what it is giving you is for the combination of the country Canada, in that country, the segment channel partners and the product Amarilla, this is the total of units sold and this is the total of gross sales. Yeah. This can be further distributed, like if you have the date field here. Yeah. Again, for each of the date, what all is the total units sold and total of gross sales, it would display you that. Yeah. So earlier when you didn't had the dates, it was giving you the total of this. Yeah. Now it has further distributed it when we have the date dimension here. Okay. So as soon as you add any of the dimension or a column, yeah, or a measure, it will give you the results accordingly. Yeah, it will start distributing the things accordingly. Okay, that's what a table visual does. Yeah. Now for a table visual, the formatting options are pretty different as compared to the other visualization. So let's go through the formatting options for table. Okay. So to go to the formatting options of table, again, we go to the same thing. That is this. Yeah. Now the general we are aware of. What is style? In the style option, you can change the format of the complete table. Right now it is by default, that is you have the alternate rows and alternate rows are shaded with a different color. Yeah. That you can change and say none. Yeah. For example, I change the default to none. So it won't have any format. Yeah. You can change it to minimal. Okay, so it will have a blue color underline for the headers and a line above the total. I can make the headers bold like this. Yeah. So there are many of the um, formatting options that are available. Yeah. We'll set it to default. Yeah. Now what I can do is, let's say I set it to bold header, but I don't need the black color as a background. I need to change that background color. So again, I can individually configure the three sets. Yeah. So under the table, we have three sections. This is the column headers, this is the values, and this is the total section. You can configure or format each of them individually. Yeah. So let's say I need a different column header color. I can go here under the background and I can change the color, for example, like this. Yep. Then if I need the outline at the all the sides, I can just check all the boxes. Will have all the sides. Let me show you, for example, it is like this. My font is blue. Yep. So this in this way as well you can do it. Yep. Okay. Now, before we jump into the column headers options, let's complete the grid first. Yeah, so what is the grid? The borders for each of the row and the columns can be configured from here. Right now, it has the horizontal grid. If you need the vertical grid as well, you can enable that. Yeah. Uh, you can configure the color for the vertical grid. You can configure the color for the horizontal grid. Yeah. You can configure its thickness, yeah, like this. Then you have row padding. What is row padding? It's the row height. Yeah. So if you want to increase the row height, yeah. If you want to decrease it, this is how you do it. Okay. So zero row height. Okay. Row padding is nothing but the row height. By default, it is set to 3. Yeah. Again, here also you have the outline. You can make it a square box and you can change the color of the border as well. Yeah. So now it looks like a proper bordered table. Yeah. So all the edges or all the areas of the table is covered. Yeah. That is what grid is. Yeah. After grid, you have the column headers in which we saw the few options: outline weight, outline color. We have auto size column width. What is this option? Whenever you have some names, yeah, or the values, which goes beyond the column width size, yeah, like you have a very long column header here, yeah, what will happen is Power BI would auto size it, yeah, if this option is enabled, yeah, that means the column headers, the text would be wrapped, okay, and it would automatically resize the column width based on the values. Sure. So based on the values, it can be auto size. That is what auto size column width is. Yeah. So if you turn it off, the column width that you decide on now would remain constant, even if you have bigger values coming up in the future. Yeah. So by default, we will turn this on. Okay. Then we have the font family and text size. We have bold, italic, underline that we already know. Then we have the alignment. Yeah. So you can say that alignment is set to auto. So what happens is all is set to the left hand side by default. But if you need it into center, you can change that like this. Okay. Then we have the word wrap option, which we are familiar with. Okay. So this was about column headers. Then we have values. Yeah. Values, you have alternate font colors and alternate background colors. You can configure that individually like this. Okay. But if you need the same color for the background, you can do it like this as well. Then we have this URL icon. Yeah. Ignore this for now. We will cover this when we are going through the column tools. Yeah, column tools option. We will cover what is URL icon. Okay. Then the rest of the options are self-explanatory. Yeah. Then we have the total, which is this section. Yeah. Under the total as well, we can then configure the background color, all that we had configured earlier for the value section. The same thing is available here as well. Yeah. So all the three sections are given separately so that you can configure whatever you need. Yeah. Individually, if you need to configure, that is why total is given. Yeah. If you don't want the totals line at all, the row which is showing you the totals at all, you can just turn it off. So it will not show total at all. Okay. Because total is only needed for the measure values. If you don't have any measures, let's say I remove a unit sold and gross sales from there, so I don't need the total anymore. Power BI understands that you will not need the total and it doesn't show the total at all if you only have dimensions in your table. Yeah, but as we have two of the measures here, it is showing us the total section. Yeah, let's revert this visual back to default. What I do is when I have to revert the complete visual to default is I take a blank visual and I use the format painter into our visual, right? So that it is reset to default. Okay. Now, then comes field formatting. Yeah. So what is field formatting? Individual fields or individual columns can be configured separately. Yeah. For example, for the country column, yeah, I need the font in dark blue color. Yeah. So you'll see the change here. Yeah. For products, I need background color to be separate. Yeah. So if you want to individually configure anything, any of the column, you can do it using the field formatting. Yeah. For the measures, now let's say I need to show the units sold in thousands. So I can do that as well. Yeah. We'll set that to default. Okay. Change this to right. Okay. Then we have the options like the same formatting option. Do you want to apply to header and total as well? Or you just want to apply it to the values? That also option you can select. For example, for products, I say blue color and the background should be something grayish. Okay. Now the same format I need to apply to the header as well. So I can just enable this and you'll see it does the same thing. If I need to apply it to the total, I get the same. Yeah. This is what field formatting is. Yeah. Then is the major option under the table visual, which is conditional formatting. Yeah. What is conditional formatting? If you want to format a particular field, if you want to format its background or font color, or if you want to add some icons based on some numbers and based on some condition, you can do that under conditional format. Yeah. So let's take an example here of unit sold. Yeah. So I'll select unit sold. Let's say I need to have a background color based on some threshold. Yeah. When I say threshold, so what I mean is that let's say if my total of units sold is greater than, or sorry, is less than or equal to 5,000. Yeah. So if my unit sold value is less than 5,000, right? Um, then I need it in red color, right? If it is between 5,000 to 1,000, yeah, then I need it in amber color, yeah. And if it is above 15,000, then I need it in green color, yeah. So this is the condition that I need to apply, right? So if my unit sold value is less than 500, yeah, less than 5,000, then I need it in red color. If it is above 5,000 to 15,000, then I need it in amber. And if it is above 15,000, then I need it in green. Yeah. Let's remove it as of now. Yeah. So that's the condition that I need to apply to the unit sold, right? So these kind of threshold apply, if you want to apply the threshold to the field, these kind of examples you may face when you are building the live reports, right? So let's see how we can apply the conditional formatting here. Yeah. So I'll go to conditional formatting. Now on which field I need to apply? Unit sold. Yeah. So I'll go to unit sold. I need to apply it as the background color. So I'll enable background color. You'll see that by default, it would have a gradient color format. Yeah. If I sort it from largest to smallest, you'll see that the largest value has the darker color. Then it goes on becoming lighter as you go down, right? So the lowest value has the lighter color, the highest value has the darker color. As we have seen in our previous visualization, right? We can do the gradient color formatting. Same way, you can apply the conditional formatting. So we had seen earlier that the gradient color scale can be applied. Now we will see how based on a condition we can apply that. Yeah. So unit sold, background color, click on this advanced controls. Yeah. In this advanced controls, change the gradient to rules. Okay. So change it to rules. Now, what is my first rule? If the value is greater than equal to 0, don't type 0, keep it blank. Yeah. Remember the first and the last value, keep it blank so that dynamically it will take whatever is the minimum value from your field, whatever is the maximum value. Okay. So my first condition is that if it is below 5,000, yeah, So what it is saying, if it is greater than or equal to minimum, whatever the minimum is from your sum of units sold, and if it is less than 5,000, then I need it in red color, right? I'll add another rule wherein I will say if it is greater than or equal to 5,000, less than 15,000, then I need it in amber color. I'll say if it is greater than or equal to 15,000 and less than maximum. Yeah, so you see starting and end, I have kept it blank so that it takes the dynamic results. Okay. Then I need the green color. So green color is not here. Let's use it from here. Okay. So this is the three conditions that I wanted to apply. Let's hit OK and see if it gives us the values. There you go. Yeah, so the largest values have, that is, if it is above 15,000, it has green. Between 15 to 5,000, it is amber. The red is for below 5,000. But we have blank as well. If you want to configure some separate color for the blank values, you can do that as well. How? You go to advanced controls, click on new rule, you click here and say if is blank. If the value is blank, then a shade of gray, let's say this gray color. There you go. Yeah. So now it would be in gray color, and you have a red, amber, and green. Yeah. But if you see for the green color and the red color, the font is not visible. Yeah. So what I need to do is I need to apply one more conditional formatting based on the font color. So what I will say is if the same condition I would apply, and I will say that if it is above 15,000, then give me in white color font. If it is below 5,000, then give me in white color font. Yeah. If it is between 5,000 to 15,000, give me in black color. Yeah. So that can be applied using the font color, advanced controls, rules, and the same thing that I need to apply. Yeah. So let me pause here. Go ahead, create this conditional formatting, plus also add the font color to it, the font color format. Yeah. Let's see if you are able to do it. Yeah. I hope all three of you are using the system to connect the meeting, right? Let's go ahead and try to do this conditional formatting. Yeah, because this is a very helpful option. And not only this, you will also build the conditional formatting based on font color, which is just below that. Yeah. Where you will find it is conditional formatting. You need to select unit sold, and then you need to apply you need to enable the background color and click on advanced control to apply this. Yeah. Let's go ahead do this. Yeah. Let me know once you're done. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, one error occurred. I landed.
You can, yeah,
I,
you can share the screen. Let's see.
okay. I'm able to. You are able to see my screen?
Okay.
Not now.
No, Samir.
One second.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now,
this is error of remove location or to display latitude and longitude pairs. Alternative, you can also location set the aggregate for latitude and
yeah,
longitude.
because you're using a map visual.
Okay.
Yeah. Cancel this out. Cancel this option.
Okay.
Yeah, you see the visual that you have selected? It's map. We
Uh,
are
okay.
building
Okay.
the
Table.
shape.
Table. We need table. This is. So that's why.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 And one more, sir. Here, every time I am not seeing this sheet, I need to load this sheet from Excel workbook every
Yeah,
day.
because you are not saving this file. You need to save this file so that you can continue using the table next day as well.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I'm also not able to change like that date format. Yesterday I have tried. Suppose
Mm-hmm.
this is one format. So there is option date.
Yeah, you need to click on the name. If you want to change the format, you need to click on the name. The
Yes.
date. N- no, no, no.
Here right click.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 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 don't right
No.
click. Just click
Yes.
on
Yes.
that name. Yeah. Now you will see the format. Now you can change the format.
Yes. But MMM. Suppose I'm giving MM. No. YY. And I guess changed.
See, in this visual, you have first hierarchy as country and then you have date. Remove that country from the y-axis.
Yes. Yes.
No, below the visualization, the field that you have. Yeah, okay. So now if you see, uh, remember the line chart that we had discussed, we need to use the continuous from the format option and then change it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So first thing is, let me show you. Go to the date field again. Select the
Okay.
date name again. Yeah, select it, not uncheck. Select it. Now, if you see, it's not changing. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because after entering the format, you need to hit enter. Yeah, so you are just um,
Mm-hmm.
switching after entering. Yeah. So yeah, you have now no. We need three lowercase
Mm-hmm.
m.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But it will
Lowercase.
take the first as uppercase m. So what you need to do is
Mm-hmm.
mention the second lowercase m and then go to the first to
Okay.
remove. Yeah. Type the lowercase m now. No, lowercase m.
Mm. Yes.
Yeah. Now go to the first one. Don't edit it. Yeah. Correct. Like this. Mention one more m. Yeah. One more m.
Okay.
Three
Okay.
m you need. Or
Yes.
else
Yes.
this would be good. But yeah. Space. Why?
Okay.
Now hit enter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
There you
Now
go.
working
Now
on.
it changes. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Now you
Yes.
need to change this to continuous, categorical from the format of this
Yes.
visualization. If you go
Mm.
to its format, format. No, format above. You have a different, yeah, correct.
Yes, sir.
Under x-axis, scroll up, x-axis. Yeah, change the type to categorical. Now you'll see
Yes.
the correct ones.
Right now, yes, correct. So that's the issue actually, capital and small letter. That's why.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, got it. I mean,
okay.
we'll do right now. Uh, today's part. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Uh, Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
I cannot find that particular background field, color field. Uh, Here is, can you see my
Yeah,
screen?
yeah, it's new options. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sir.
Style presets. Go to the general section of that.
General, okay.
Everything has changed. Okay. Go to effects. Effects.
Yeah.
Effects. No, no, no. Under the same general option, below title, you have effects.
Okay. Yeah, here background.
No, but it is for the complete visual. Properties. What all was there in properties? Let's see.
Mm,
No, no, no. Same general tab. The first option is properties, right?
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's
I
see.
think.
Position, advanced option. Go to advanced option. Okay, no. Go to that visual tab. Besides that general, you have visual. Yeah, yeah. Let's see here. Grid values, it should be specific column,
Specific column.
okay?
Maybe
Not the
this,
specific columns.
this
Yeah.
is for header
Scroll
to
down. Yeah, scroll down. Cell elements.
cell element.
Yes, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Series, select unit sold,
unit sold, then background
background
task
label.
on, then
Click on
function.
that effects. Correct. Very good.
So
Yeah.
here again, visualization is different. So
No, yeah, gradient, you need to change that to roots. Then you
rule.
will get the correct thing.
Okay, okay, okay. Got it, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. Swati, were you able to do it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Do you all need more time or shall we continue?
Mm,
Let's finish this. Yeah.
new rule. Is that rule? Then? Sir, one thing. This is
Mhm.
about the visualization. Will change the color format and all the formatting thing as per the condition, right?
Yeah.
Suppose I'll need to be hide some rows or something else on the basis of some condition given by the customer. So can we do it from here, or we have to be remove this or hide these rows formatting from Excel or database itself?
No, so what you need to do is you need to hide some rows based on condition.
Yeah.
Hide some rows is like filtering the data, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that part
It's
that
same
we can.
about suppose we have the SSRS report, and on basis of that, there is the option for that hiding the rows on basis of suppose status. I have the customer status for that order status for that ordered or completed. On the basis of
Yeah,
that, I need to be hide the rows and all the data. So
yeah,
can we
that
do
is
it
visual
from here?
basic. Yeah.
Okay.
So we are not yet there. Yeah.
Okay.
But when
Okay.
we go, we will learn what is filters mean. So let's say you talked about status. So
Yeah.
let's take discount band as the status, right? So
Mhm.
for this complete status, complete table, I just need to view where the status is high and medium. So you'll see that it will only filter the results for these
I,
two.
okay. Okay. Yep. Got it.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
So let's continue. We now understood how to apply the background and the font color. Apart from that, we also have new options like data bars, which will give you the width of the bar. It would have uh, it would be configured based on the largest to smallest value. So if you see its width goes on reducing as your values reduce. Yeah. Yeah. Then data bars, again, you can control that using the conditional formatting that we just applied. After the data bars, we also have icons. Yeah. So if you need icons, you can configure that as well. Yeah. So right now it is by default. So the top that is above 70% of the value, it would have like this. 30 to 70% is this, below 30% is this, or something like that. Okay. But you can configure it. Right. Yeah.
Sir, I cannot able to see the screen. The screen is freeze now. Yeah, now okay.
So, is it visible now?
Yes, yes. Maybe due to the
No.
network. So okay.
Oh. So under advanced controls, you have the options to select the placement of the icon. For example, I need at the right side of the data. I can select the style that I need. Yeah. For example, like this. Okay. I can hit OK. And I will have the icons configured like this. Yeah. So you can also configure icons. You can individually configure the icon that you need. All that can be done in um, from here. Yeah. For example, I will remove this rule. I'll apply the same rule. Yeah. So greater than or equal to 5,000 should have red icon. Should have amber. And 15,000. It should have the green color. Like this, you see the values. Okay. Yeah. So you can add the icons like this. Okay. So under the conditional formatting, we saw the options to add the icons, data bars, font color, background color. Yeah. You also have the web URLs. Yeah. So this web URL we will learn when we are learning the column tools section. Okay. So under the column tools, we will go through what are web URLs. Okay. So that was about conditional formatting. Then you have the title, background, lock aspect, all the basic options that we have already seen. Yeah. Now, this was about the table visual. Now let's see a similar kind of a visual If you all are familiar with the Excel, in Excel, what we have is we have the normal tables and then we have the pivot table. Yeah. So the next table kind of thing, which is called as matrix, is an example of a pivot. Okay. So if I do like this, you will see the change in the structure of the table completely. Yeah. Now I have rows, I have columns, and I have values. Yeah. So when you configure the pivot table, you have the same things, right? So let's not use the columns as of now. I'll just drag this segment over to the rows section. Yeah. Now, if you see in my table visual, I have how many dimensions do I have in the table visual? Can anyone tell me? How many dimensions do you see in the visualization?
Country and segment and product.
Right. So 3 dimensions we have and 2 measures, right?
Yes.
But if you see in the matrix visual, we can only see 1 dimension. Yeah. Even though in my rows section, I have 3 dimensions, but in the visualizations, I'm only able to see 1. Yeah. Now, why do we see this 1 is because the matrix visual under the rows, if you have more than 1 column, it is below it. Yeah. So it is as a hierarchical level. Yeah. And because of that, you have this drill down icons. Yeah. So we have already seen what is the drill down icons for the line chart, but let's see it again. Yeah. So if you see, I have plus icons besides each country. So what will happen? What I have is country, and then I have segment and then product. So if I expand this United States, what I will see is all the segments related to the country. And below that segment, if I expand a segment, I'll see all the products related to small business, then all the segments related to United States. And then you will get the subtotals of it as well, right? So this is called as hierarchy. Yeah. So you can use the plus and minus icon to go down to the 1 level. But what if I need to show the segments at the very first stage? By default, I need to show the segment dimension as well with this visualization. What I can do is, we know what does this drill down icon will do. If I enable this, and then if I click on a country, everything would be filtered for that particular selection, and then it would go 1 level down. Yeah, if I want to come up, I can come up like this, right? If I use the go to next level hierarchy, country dimension would be completely changed with the segment, and I'll get the respective totals for that. Yeah. But if I do expand all down, what will happen? All the countries would be expanded to the respective segments like this, right? If I go on expanding again, it would go to expand the products as well. Yeah. But if you see, all the 3 dimensions are being displayed in the same column, right? What if I need it in 3 separate columns, 3 separate dimensions, 3 separate? How do I do that? We'll go to the format, we'll go to row headers. Yeah. So if you compare it with the table visuals format options, all are same, just the row headers you have additional row headers and subtotals, right? So expand row headers, scroll down, you have this stepped layout, right? Turn this off. As soon as you will do that, you'll see you have Canada, France, yeah, like this, you have the separate countries. In that country, you have segment, and then in that segment, you have the total, the products total. Yeah. Now, if you look at the subtotals, right? Subtotal is here. If you turn it off, it will be off for each. Yeah, and then you won't be able to see any. So we need the row total, but I don't need it to be available at the sub level. Yeah, that means I don't need the row total for the product level. I just need it for the country level, for example. Yeah. So how do I disable only this specific thing? Yeah. And just keep this. And then at the final, we have these 2 totals. Yeah. So how do I get rid of these subtotals? So go to subtotals, scroll down. Where is it? you have this per row level. Enable this. You have country separately, segment separately, product separately. Turn it off for product and you won't see the subtotal there. If you don't want this subtotal for the segment as well, you just need one grand total at the bottom. Then go ahead, disable it for segment, and only the grand total would be visible. Everything else would be perfectly fine, right? If you want to get rid of the plus and minus icons that are there, go to values, scroll down, there is the plus and minus icon. And this latest updates, everything is gone. Maybe it is in row headers. Yeah, plus and minus icons. Turn it off. But if you want to change its color or size or anything, you can do. Yeah, like this. I can increase its size as well. Yeah, I will turn it off. Okay, this is how I can make the metrics look normal. Yeah, now let's say I just have gross sales. Okay, now what is the use of columns? I can further distribute this measure into some column values. So let's say I have the date hierarchy. Yeah. So if you see, what do I have is I have more than one dimension in rows and I have the same more than one dimension in columns as well. Right. So that's why it says now drill on rows. Yeah. Now here, if you see, it is giving me the total of each year. And then I have the grand total here. Right. These are the sales values. Okay. If I drill down further, I will use drill on columns and I need quarter-wise totals. Yeah. So now you can see for 2013, that 2 quarters total is available here. Then the 4 quarters total is available here. And then this total is these two subtotals together, right? If I expand it more, I have month level, then I have quarter level total like this. And then I have the year total. And then if I scroll at the end, I will have 3 levels of totals. Yeah. So what if I don't need the subtotal again for the quarter level and the year level? I just need the grand total. So again, scroll down, you will see per column level. Yeah, or column totals. Yeah, so you have this column totals. You have per column level. Enable it and then go ahead, disable it for month, disable it for quarter, and you'll just see the grand total for the complete year. Yeah. These two important options are important. Rest all are same. Field formatting, conditional formatting, all remains the same. Yeah. If I need it quarter-wise, I will get like this. Yeah. So metrics visual is at most important so that we can go ahead and use it. It's used most of the times as compared to the table visual. Table visual is very rare, but metrics visual is what they will look for in most of the cases because they need these kind of hierarchical visualization and they will need the subtotals like this. Yeah? So they always look for something, some results related to or similar to the pivot tables that you create in Excel. Yeah, that's what they look for in most of the cases. Yeah, so this is how you will configure it. Okay, today's task for you is that before we connect tomorrow, you need to build the similar kind of a metrics visual in your Power BI report. Okay. Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
sir.
This was about the metrics visual. Let's take one more visual and then we will stop for today. Yeah, because the rest all are AI visuals. Okay. So we just need to run through it. But one of the visual is very, very important. So let's take that, which is the Q&A. Yeah, we will have to ignore R and Python visual because for this we need the R scripting and Python scripting. Okay. Now, what is Q&A? Yeah, Q&A is a feature which uses the AI. You can ask a question here directly and it would generate a visualization for you. Yeah. So in future, whenever you are developing a report and you are stuck on deciding which visualization to use for the requirement that the client has given, just type that requirement here. Okay. Let's say I need to show sales by segment. Yeah. As soon as I finish typing in, you see there's a visualization coming in. I didn't use any visualization yet. I have just used Q&A. I typed the question and it gave me the answer. Yeah. Now I can consume this as a visual. How? I have this button which says turn this QA result to standard visual. There you go. Now it's a standard visual. Right. Similarly, you even don't need to click on this Q&A. If you have the white space, just double click and the Q&A would appear. Yeah, go ahead, ask the question. Let's say average of units sold. This is what I need to see. So it will give you that. If you need to filter it, yeah, you see how it corrects the values, it corrects your question as well. This is the average. Yeah. For example, I need to filter it. Yeah. I'll say for Canada and VTT product. So these are the two filters that I need to apply. It will give you that. Yeah. Okay. So this is your average for VTT and country. Country is Canada and VTT is the product. Yeah. So based on your question, it gives you what visualization suits the best. Yeah. And it gives you the result as well. So you just have to type in the correct question. It will give you the answer. Yeah. That's how powerful the Q&A visual is. You will get the suggestion from Power BI itself based on your question. Yeah. Now you can enable this Q&A to the end user as well. Yeah. Like you can give a button somewhere on this page and then the end user can click on that button. A Q&A pop-up would appear for them. They can ask the question, get the result into a visualization, but they will not be able to consume it. Like we did here, when I say consume, they will not be able to convert it into a normal visual and use it in the report. Okay. For their temporary view, like if they want to view some certain data, they can go ahead and ask this question. Yeah. But for that, again, they need to be familiar with the field names. Okay. We are familiar with the field names. That's why asking the question becomes easy. Okay. Yeah. This was the important visual, which is called as Q&A. Yeah. You ask a question and gives you the answer with the help of visualization. Yeah. Clear to hear, everyone?
Yep.
Okay. Any questions? No? All right. Let's stop here for today. We will start with the advanced visual options from tomorrow. The first one would be custom tooltip. Yeah. So we will be learning some interesting topics from tomorrow. Okay. So till today, it was all basic options, right? I will go through, I'll just quickly run through these remaining visuals, what are there, and then we will jump into the advanced options. Okay. All right, then. So let's stop here for today. Let's continue tomorrow.